In today's video, we're going to demonstrate how to replace an end on a low pressure line, and the ends are reusable in most cases unless there's physical damage. If you look at the piece here, this is for a larger hose, but you can see it for clarity. The two pieces I'm referring to is this reverse thread collar that goes down over the hose, and then there's a taper shank tube that goes inside the hose, and the two will screw together and form one leak-free end that can hold pressure probably up to about 1,000 psi. This is also a swivel. They make many different types of ends, but what we're demonstrating here today is a 45-degree SAE flare. This is what the male end would look like, female end. Okay, it's the taper on the seat that does the sealing. So no Teflon tape or anything is needed for that. First step in preparing the hose is either cut a new piece of hose or take off the damaged end. That's what we're going to do on this one. We're going to remove the damaged end, start fresh. So make sure you have enough length of the hose. If you go to make a shorter hose, be too tight. You only want to have a little sag in the hose, a little play in the hose. You're then going to wrap the end or the area where you're going to cut with duct tape. This will keep it from fraying when you do the cutting. So just 2 times around, and then make a reference with a pen or a Sharpie where we want to cut. So I'll do that. And we'll take it over to our cutoff saw. It has an abrasive blade in it. We'll place it into the vise. In this case, we'll lock our vise down. Make sure that it is square, snug it up. Okay. For safety, we're going to put our headset on. So you have our safety glasses on with side shields, and then we'll go ahead and cut this. What we're looking for is, as it cuts through, is slow and steady. If you go too slow, you can burn up the hose. If you go too fast, it can catch the wire braid in there and sometimes pull it or tear it or fray it. So let's go ahead and cut this. And you can see the end, nice and square, cut through the steel blade. That's the spark, or the steel braid. That's the sparks you saw. The duct tape then is simply peel off a nice square end that we can start with. All right, so we want to take a little bit of spray lubricant or white lithium grease and just give it a shot inside there. This collar is a reverse thread, so you want to just start it with your hand. You can almost screw it on by hand, but if it does get tight, you can place it in the vise. And as you turn it, you're going to take it till it bottoms, and then just back it off 1/8 of a turn so it doesn't fold the end over and prevent it from putting the taper point. I always look in the end here, make sure that the bore is nice and clean, ready to accept this taper. Now this is where the lube is critical. And make sure it's clean. This has been used before, so there's some residue, some old rubber on there. Take some spray, lube it up, you can put some in itself. Take the taper, make sure you can get it started in there. And this is regular thread, right hand thread. We want to get started and place the collar in the vise just to snug it up. Get our wrench, place it down over, and as we screw this in, that's going to expand inside that rubber, make a nice tight fit. We want to go all the way again, so the nut on the tapered part bottoms out against the top of the collar. And we are there. Swivels should still move. That's how to make or repair or replace an end on a low pressure braided line. Some of them do not have this hex here. They do make a special tool to lock the swivel so that you can back the whole tube out, or you can take a fitting, lock the two together. I can demonstrate that here. Lock the two together. And then this lower nut is not there, you can simply turn the whole thing back out with it locked. And as far as branding, I don't know which one it was that does not have that hex. Maybe it was Strataflex or Weatherhead, but if you ever run into that situation, all you need is a fitting and snug it into place. Okay, there we go, simple as that.